My name is Syler Rossa. I am from Philly originally, and I've been in LA for the past 2 years.
Dope.
And how did I get my start? I got my start, well, I've been singing my whole life, but I got my start singing cover songs like in the neighborhood in Philadelphia.
Okay.
So like shows where they would have drag performers. I was just there. I would just sing and
Wow.
cover songs and perform like Ariana Grande and Rihanna and all that kind of stuff. But I always wanted to write my own music, so I actually connected with this collective in Philadelphia called Voyager Sound.
Okay.
And it was really my boyfriend at the time. He started that. So they kind of got behind me and helped me figure out my sound and my image and just supported me and gave me the tools to record. So that's how I got started. And now I am here trying to really take it to the next level.
Dope. And so when you write your songs right now and you're trying to take it to the next level, what is your songwriting process? Right.
My songwriting process, my brain never stops. So I'm always like writing notes on my phone. I have a ton of notebooks. It depends. If I hear a beat that I like, then I'll write to fit the beat. Or if I have something that I really want to say, then maybe I'll find an instrumental that like more so fits that mood. It kind of depends. I'm still figuring it out. I mean, this is my 5th year writing.
Yeah.
And I'm always evolving, I'm always learning.
Yeah.
I definitely learn from other artists as well. But normally I go melodies first. I'll kind of like freestyle melodies on a beat and then go from there and write to that. But if I really have something I want to say,
then you start with the lyrics.
then I start with the lyrics. So it depends.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, you guys got any questions?
I got it's just like energy, once you feel that energy, it's like certain songs have a certain mood. So it's
exactly, yeah. And I have hella mood swings. Some, I have songs of every mood.
Yeah, so sometimes, we write moods based off of like experiences. Sometimes we write songs on moods. Is there any like artists that motivate you to write? Any influences that you have?
Oh, wow. I have so many. I listen to a lot of like 90s and 2000s R&B, obviously. I'm a 90s baby.
Yeah.
I'm really big into that. And then I love like the new school of R&B, Summer Walker, SZA, Kalani is one of my favorites as a writer. She's insane.
She the GOAT.
Yeah. Tinashe, also super, super underrated artist. Yeah.
Wow.
I have so many. And then I also am really into like hip hop and rap. So I listen to a lot of that. Travis Scott, Drake. I really, really love Don Toliver.
Okay.
Yo, Don Toliver.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the
that is kind of Don Toliver. That's like, you gotta, like
yeah.
I have a song that I just did last year that's kind of like based off of his sound a little bit. It's called Incomparable. So I'm still experimenting. Yeah. It's out everywhere. So, yeah, I mean, I have so many influences in that way. And then my boyfriend is a writer, and so he definitely pushes me to
Songwriter, script, copywriter,
songwriter. So
yeah.
he raps, sings, produces, engineer, all that. Yeah. We have a studio in our house. So
dope. Is that where you record a lot of your music at? Is the home studio?
Yeah, so we have like the actual studio upstairs, and then I have like a little rinky-dink studio in my room, and that's kind of, I'll do like my demos downstairs in my room and figure out like what's actually worth the time, and then I'll bring it upstairs and
it's time to get serious. Take it up,
clean it up.
That's cool, like the mastering and everything like that.
Yeah, and then sometimes I also record at the Watch in
the Watch. I think we're gonna have a songwriting camp with with them soon.
That's a great studio.
Yeah,
the one in North Hollywood.
North Hollywood. Yeah, I think they have several and like
they have a bunch.
Yeah, shout out to the Watch. Definitely plan on like using them soon. We're talking about music and recording. What about like performances? Any memorable performances that you've had in your career?
Yeah, I've had a bunch. I have a performance coming up.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd love if you guys came. But I'm probably gonna perform with you anyway. So
yeah,
we'll have that memory together.
We still have to come and show support. Yeah, we're big on that. Yeah,
it's
fun.
But I'm performing at Adults Only with Breaking Sound on March 8th. So that's gonna be awesome. Memorable performances. I performed a ton in Philly. Most memorable, I guess, my favorite one would have been I did this show with Underground Arts.
Okay.
And it was just a really special night. They had like also their sound was like good. A lot of shows as an independent artist, you'll perform and you can't hear yourself, or you know, you don't get to sound check. It was very put together, and like it went well for me. I met a lot of fans that night. I met a lot of other artists that night, so that was impactful. I've done SOBs in New York, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in LA, I've done a few.
Have you done Breaking Sound already before?
I did.
Okay.
Last year. Yeah, same venue. Nice. So I'm just going back to perform some new music.
That's cool.
Get everyone back on the same page before I drop my new project.
Breaking Sound's a dope platform. Adults Only is a great vibe. Very
it's
intimate.
Such a fun vibe in there. Yeah.
Totally. Any advice you would give to someone just starting out right now in the music industry?
Yeah. Number one, don't be afraid. You know, you're gonna fuck up. Can I curse?
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna feel like, you know, self-conscious sometimes, but nothing that's worth it comes without risk. So I would say just go for it. Watch your spending. Watch. Jeez. You know, yeah, like I've learned a lot of hard lessons with that, especially moving out here. Like I was just so hyped when I first got here.
You want to do everything,
yeah. And you know, people, if you're an independent artist, you're coming up, especially as a female, people try to take advantage of your finances all the time, and just take advantage of you in general. So stay woke, do your research, and also like meet people and be out there and network, and just be open to different opportunities. Like say yes to stuff that's, you know, coming your way.
Oh, definitely. You feel comfortable discussing any upcoming projects or collabs? Yeah. I know some people like to keep secrets on where they got.
I'm not big enough where like anyone's really, like, you know, like waiting on the secrets. I'm working on my second EP.
Okay.
I don't have a date for you. How many songs?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm working with. That it always happens this way. I had like 6, then I had 8, then I had 10.
Right.
You know, so I kind of have to like bring it back in.
Yeah.
Right now I'm working with like 10 songs, but I'm definitely paring this down to be a little more of an EP and less of an album, because this is not an album yet. So, yeah, I'm working on that right now. It's some of the singles that I released 4 singles last year. Some of those will be on it. I'm not sure yet. I'm still playing around with what's going to make the cut. So I'm actively recording, writing, and working on that right now.
Constantly working.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. When listeners do find you and they do become fans, or they are listening to you for the first time, what is it that you hope listeners like take away from your music when they are listening?
I hope that my music makes people feel like they're not alone in how they feel, whatever mood that may be. I hope that people feel empowered to be themselves. I think there's a lot of BS these days on social media and the music industry, and people being so concerned with TikTok, how they, all that, the bullshit. And I think there's an art in being yourself. Yeah. And I hope that my music makes people feel free and comfortable to be themselves and just have fun. Yeah. Or feel the feelings that they might not want to feel, you know, because that's another part of my music. I make R&B, so a lot of it's, you know, some of it's shit you don't want to think about or shit you don't want to talk about, but finding a way to feel those emotions in a safe space.
How are you marketing like your music, getting it to new fans right now? Like, what's your main way to like put your music in front of people?
So social media was like the first tool and probably the strongest tool. I mean, that's how I found you guys. That's how we found each other.
Instagram has been huge for us. Yeah.
Instagram I kind of went pretty hard on TikTok last year, and
haven't been able to crack that one. Yeah.
I had a moment, okay. And then it's just, you have to kind of be really consistent with it for it to pay off. But social media for sure. And then also I have a marketing background, so
really?
I'll run ads for myself, like Google ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Instagram, all that. And then honestly, I need to be better about this, but just actually going to music events,
like
networking for sure. I think with quarantine, I kind of got like weird and antisocial, so I need to.
A lot of people trying to get back outside,
like get back
active.
In my groove. So, but definitely like social media is like the number one thing.
Social media
for me, even though it's like a pain in the ass and it's like
a job.
Sometimes I just want to throw my phone like in the ocean and just not even deal with it. That's where my whole community of fans is, and it's just been great. I mean, and doing shows also.
Shows.
That's like the most valuable fans you'll ever have, I feel like, because they actually have heard you, they've seen you, they've felt the energy when you perform, and it's real.
And they're there.
And they stick with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. Some artists don't feel comfortable sharing it. You know, when it comes to Small World, we started out as a pay-to-play platform, but it's literally we just took the cost of the venue and just divvied it up by like the amount of artists, and it was like a self-funded, like, hey, look, like we're not trying to make, you know, like it's literally if no one shows up and we're performing in front of each other, at least we got the venue and we try to
set up and content.
Yeah. So and what we try to do is we try to make either a lot of things like this, like either free or affordable to meet artists, and then we say, look, the you know, we'll give you the podcast to share your story, the open mic to share a new song. We have a song camp coming up. That's one of the newer pieces that we want to do is actually, okay, well, what about the artists that may have already shared their story or may have already performed a song? What about the artists that want to create new music? Yeah. Or what if I want to get the three of y'all in the studio together and help each other? Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? The three of us get in the studio, like you're going to get an hour, you get an hour, you know, and you know.
I've never done a song camp.
Yeah.
That is on my list for this year.
Yeah.
Especially being in LA. I didn't even know what that, in Philly, they don't really like do that. So I'm like, I would love to do that.
Yeah. So definitely want to have you a part of that. And then all those platforms in March, we want to make free, and then just everyone just come together and then pitch in for Small World 5, which we already have an idea where we want to go. And it's another nightclub.
Oh, okay.
We saw the vibe that we got from Los Globos.
Oh, yeah.
You saw the vibe that we had written in a nightclub. This one, we're at the Small World 4 is at a performance venue, Hazy LA. That's going to be dope because I've actually been there twice.
I'm excited for you guys. You're growing so fast. And I understand, like, people can't just offer things for free. Like, we need to eat, we need to pay our bills, you know?
Totally.
Like, I get it.
There's a certain level to it.
And I also get the other side of it, which is like artists not being able to or trusting to pay for things because people can be so shady in the industry. So you guys are real for this and much appreciated.
Yeah. And so the platform, the podcast, the open mic, and the song camp, those will be the three like free samples. Like, hey, look, no charge. Who else is going to put you on a podcast or open mic? Open mics are out there, but a podcast and a song camp, all you got to do is come along. So I really appreciate you coming to come and sit down on a podcast with a group of individuals, you know. So I really do appreciate that. The vibe was great. And is there, if you want to tell everyone just where to find you on social media?
Yes. I keep forgetting to look at you.
It's all good. It's all good.
My name is Syler Rossa, SkylerRossa. And I'm everywhere. You can Google me and find my socials, but if that doesn't strike a chord with you, you can look me up on TikTok, Syler Rossa, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on Twitter, really unhinged, thoughts on there all the time, just talking shit. And Spotify, obviously, Apple Music, all the streaming.
For sure. Well, that's a great opportunity to have you. And just really appreciate you being here, you know. Definitely.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, everyone stay tuned out for the music. Oh, and then the date for Breaking Sound,
March
adults only.
8th.
March 8th. Definitely be there. We want to try to have some
streaming platforms.
Yeah, well, she's going to be performing March 8th.
Yeah.
And so definitely want to try
I'll be performing my single from last year, Never Again, featuring Brandy Hayes, and we will be performing that together for the very first time.
Definitely.
Live.
All right. Well, you guys stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you, guys.